Smart 24, driving business.
All right, a bit of some technicalities in there, but now let's head to the traffic outlets this morning to briefly show you what is happening in the Central Business District of Kampala. And of course, we're taking you to the old taxi park in Kampala. That is to show you how the transportation sector is and what is happening on ground as of now. So as you can see with I kind of see the Park View apartment, Park View shopping mall, you get to realize fast is that the traffic within the old tax park is not the usual one, but then there are vehicles that are taking people who are actually ready to travel. So not too many people, or I would say there are few people in the taxi park, and especially those who are actually in the taxi park are those who are actually leaving the city and maybe moving to other different destinations. So you are looking at situation. You're looking at what is happening in the old taxi park now. The arcades are already closed. Most of the arcades are closed. You would definitely agree that people are already still giving themselves these work day offs, and of course maybe returning to work tomorrow or hopefully the other week or the 1st January. And of course it does not look to be a busy city as of now, because that is the heart of the city and the heart of the transportation sector within Kampala. So when you look at the taxi operators not having a busy morning this time, you will be able to realize that that is only because of the fact that it is most of the people who have already left the city. Now, of course, there are those who are actually on en route to take to coming back to town to at least continue with their busy schedule of work on a daily. But then most of the people are still traveling to leave the city and head out for holidays. This is a week where most people will not be at work. This is a week where most people are normally away from their different workplaces, and of course trying to refresh, trying to relieve off that entire year of daily work, and trying to relieve off that pressure that comes to it to prepare themselves for 2023 and hopefully having a better 2023. But if you're to look at the city, like I was saying, at any one time, if you want to travel today, it's going to be a very, very swift movement for you. It is not a city that looks busy. And in most areas of Kampala, most of the suburbs, because of the fact that yesterday was Christmas, so very few people are in town. Those who are in town are only going to be traveling late in the evening. And of course, you do expect people to be moving late in the evening. And the reason as to why that is because of the fact that it is the festive season and people have to go in there to prepare. People are always going to be moving in to party and what have you. So you get to realize that the reason behind the fact that most people are still moving in, or why people are still moving slowly, is the fact that it is still a busy time this time around. So you don't expect people to be actually in two situations of the same sort. But besides the same situation, you will be able to as well realize that most of the business community is still off duty, and that can only imply that if they are off duty, it is a time when you as an individual, or you as, for example, a Ugandan living away from the streets, or a Ugandan living in the city, and those who are actually living in the suburbs of the city, you get to realize that at such a time, the city is a bit free. So you can move in and see how you will be beating traffic in the next few weeks to come of 2023. So but of course, as we can definitely get into touch with whatever's coming in this particular morning, this is some of the few things that you can be expecting. The fact that most of the people within the city are experiencing lots and lots of situations. But besides that, it does not look to be a very busy city as of now. It clearly giving out more chances of the fact that it is not going to be a busy one anyway for the entire day. But for you as an individual, how prepared are you? How ready are you to hit the city, conquer the business world, set your roots ready to at least have the ultimate prize of certainties within the entire scope? But well, pretty much the time for you to at least be alive. Pretty much for a time for you to at least downscale life. Try to understand how best am I going to travel this entire week. It is going to be a busy one. It come this weekend because most people will be returning to Kampala because of the 31st national celebration. We've got concerts coming up on the 31st. But well, today evening, the city will be busy when it comes to transportation. So that means we expect to have some traffic jam and traffic congestion later on in the day, starting with around 3 p.m. because that is when families are going to be moving out to go to different concerts. Others will be going to the beach because it's a family day. Of course, it's Boxing Day. It's when people get to refresh. They want to at least set out and lay off the tiresome feet they had, and of course try to lay off the kind of food and the junk they had yesterday. So it is a Boxing Day. It's a day when you unwrap your gifts. But of course, as images coming in from the old taxi park clearly show you, it is not a busy town today. Good morning. That is it for traffic updates. As well as we return after the break, we shall be heading into Caribou, East Africa. Not only that, we do have ESM International News coming your way. So lots and lots of information regarding business matters across the globe on your screen this particular morning. I'm Jerome Paul Sonko. You're watching Smart Means Business. We'll be back after the break.